Warning: the following may contain adult themes, concepts, and languages. Be aware that there is a separation between the character and the player, even when the pronoun I is used. We tell them to, I guess, as quickly as possible go, and we'll take up the rear and just keep an eye out.
And an ear out.
Of course.
They don't disagree and just start moving.
Okay.
It's evening by now. It's later in the evening.
Yeah. So they're of the opinion that we should go ahead and trek into the night.
They are going.
Okay. We'll follow.
They just let the donkey walk, and they take being the rider in shifts, more or less.
Will they allow us to do the take a ride?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are a couple of cars with no room, so
I'm gonna suggest that do the same thing with the normal night round, the night watch with camps. I'll go first. Then
I go second.
Sure. Then Marley. Then Tyraneus. Whoever is on watch has access to the lantern.
The people themselves also have a couple of torches, etc. going.
Yeah, mine's pretty good though, because you can see out 60 feet definitely in one direction. But yeah, I have the expansive one. All right.
Rita's not going to go on watch.
She can if she wants to stay up with me.
Usually you put her in the end, I think.
No, Rita's never been up on watch.
No. Tyraneus wasn't happy with her taking watch.
Okay.
Rita's never been on watch. She can stay up with me if she wants. I'll give her the option.
First watch, perception.
Oh gosh.
Just like always.
Oh, what do I see?
You see glinting eyes.
Behind us?
Behind you, yeah.
Okay, I immediately...
it stays in the dark.
I'm gonna...
It's trailing you.
I'm gonna go ahead and my companions would be nearby. They're the same carts, right?
Yeah, you're basically in the same cart.
I'd say...
Like the last cart is
how far out are these eyes? Are they at least within 120 feet?
They are barely visible within your lantern area.
Oh, so my lantern's going. Okay, I was gonna say, if that's the case, it's fine. I got hours with it. I'm just gonna keep my eyes on them, and if they get any closer, I'll immediately arouse my friends. And I'm going to, if anyone else is awake, I'm gonna say we got company behind us, but they're keeping their distance.
The creature follows the carts for about an hour. And then at one point you don't see the glintering eyes anymore.
Could I at all tell what it was, or was it just eyes?
You at all points you just threw eyes.
Were they? Could I? Okay, so I just saw like reflection in the eyes. I couldn't see like what type of iris they were.
It's like the light coming from.
So it's got night vision, because otherwise you can't see them. They wouldn't reflect. That's great. Very possibly could be a warg scout. I don't know if wargs have night vision, but I would not be surprised if they did. So I'm going to once my watch is done, I'm gonna give it off to Yuma, and I'm gonna tell her what I saw, and that it doesn't appear to be following us, but that I wouldn't be surprised if it A was a scout, or B was just some wildlife nearby.
Okay.
So.
I'll keep an eye out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Perception.
Yeah, perception.
Whoo!
You keep an eye out the entire time, and after like 1 hour into your watch, you can see ice coming from more of the right side, from the mountains, and it basically does exactly the same. It just follows the looks. And after half an hour, the eyes disappear again.
There were more of them this time, though. They're sizing
Maybe
us up.
searching for easier prey.
Yeah, they're sizing us up.
I
will add, Wrath, that these guys, all my companions should have sight for about 180 feet when using the lantern.
Yeah, if the lantern is pointed at the specific direction.
Yeah, if they're looking in that direction, they're obviously moving the lantern wherever they're looking.
Yeah.
So this happens an hour in, and I watch about for half an hour. They go away.
Yeah, so you have half an hour of watch left, and in which nothing really happens.
Yeah, I have my crossbow out though, and at the ready, along with my lungs, just in case.
Okay. Yeah. Shouting that there's trouble would be important.
So your watch ends.
Okay.
It's the next person's watch, of which I will ask.
Hopefully we will get a good roll, and hopefully this won't be when they attack. Oh my gosh! Oh, so that just leaves Toby. Oh no!
For the first 1.5 hours, nothing happens. And during the last half hour of your watch, you see the glittering eyes again, which keep focused and disappear. This one disappears like after 20 minutes. And 10 minutes later, it's Toby's turn. And it's starting to get a little bit more light.
I hope so, because he's gonna need it.
So, Toby? Okay. You don't seem to notice anything. At the beginning of your watch it's a little dark still, but it's getting lighter, and at the end of the watch it's actually light, and you still don't see any movement behind you.
Okay, well I let the others know and I wake them up.
Behind you, I mean like in a 180-degree circle, directly behind the group.
Sure, okay. I let them know I'm confident there's no one behind us.
I immediately roll. For perception.
You just wake up and look.
I look around. Yeah, assuming that the 2 hours is up, so we've got a full night's sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to agree with
I agree. Mm-hmm. I agree.
The
question is, does Rita...
The group has now walked for 8 hours. They are 4 hours away from the splitting point.
Okay.
And by now you are asked to go to the front, or one of you to go to the front, or all of you, whatever you wish.
Any reason why?
They want to discuss something.
Okay.
About the trip.
Have I rested enough to reclaim a spell slot?
Yes.
Yeah, you have.
Everybody has rested enough.
I'm gonna say one of us should stay behind to keep an eye on the rear, at least. Any volunteers? I would suggest that Yuma come up with us to talk.
Okay.
I'll stay in the back.
Okay. So the 3 of us go up to the front. Our tank.
Our people rolled for the long rest, health restoration?
Oh yeah, he's up to full. He rolls a 1 and he's up to full.
Okay, then
no,
don't even need to do it.
So you're up to full. You now have. You should have all your hit die because you didn't spend any, right?
Right. And I have all my bardic inspiration dice.
Yep. Thank goodness.
So you walk up to the front.
Mm-hmm. The 3 of us do.
Who of you?
Everyone but Tyraneus.
Okay. So the 3 of you walk to the front. You sit on the cart of the guy who was at the front, and he says, "We have to rest him." You are aware of the other village?
Yes.
1 day away from here.
Yes.
They haven't been notified, at least. They probably be kind of, well, thinking about moving, like we were before you arrived. But I'm not certain that they are moving. And if this is indeed what we fear it is, which it most likely will be, you know what? I'm trying to ask you to just go scout forward. We'll stay at this crossroads, put the carts like in a circle so we're relatively defended. In the meantime, we rest, and you get the others to come here, and we'll move as a massive group down.
We've been seeing eyes following us. Multiple groups of eyes. They're most likely scouts, and they're right on us.
We figured as much.
So, they're waiting for you to rest. When you're at your worst, when you're at the most tired, and then they're going to strike. And if
that's why we want to rest now.
And I'm saying that's when they're going to attack, and B, if we scout ahead, you're going to be in a much worse position than...
That may be, but we cannot keep moving.
I'm not saying you should. I'm saying that maybe we should rest and all stay together.
If we could do that, but what about the others? The other village?
Let me see. Show us the map again, Wrath.
Map.
The big map.
Yep.
So you said we heard cries all across the ridge, right? And the villages are basically perpendicular to the mountains, right?
Yeah. It's like one of the villages there, or slightly below that point, and the other villages around here, closer to the river, but still close to the mountains.
What we really need to do is get word to Meriton, who's got at least some guards who could help defend. But the problem is that no suitable mounts, unless you've got someone who's well rested and fleet of foot to go run down the path ahead of us for Meriton, while we go ahead and go to the other town. I fear the worst for you.
Tyraneus is still in the back, right?
Yeah.
I asked, he wasn't comfortable with coming with us in the first place. Should we have him run ahead?
Never split the party!
Okay.
I don't know. Here's a question, Wrath. Can he change... Does he have... I mean, because he has a background. He's obviously seen
can
animals
he change
before.
into a cheetah or something?
Yeah, I know!
In 1 hour?
Exactly what I was thinking.
I have to be familiar with the animal.
He has never seen a cheetah. He would change into a horse. He's probably seen a couple of horses.
And he could run, because I think horses...
I think the basic horse is not that high of an... No,
the basic horses can
go
dash.
30 miles an hour.
Horses can dash for a long time in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So
let's see, where's
he could probably go
but I can only be a horse for an hour.
Right. But then you could do it again.
How far away
you can do it twice, I think, or 3 times.
Yeah, you can do it twice.
Either one.
So you have 2 hours of moving, like, 3 times your current movement. Non-stop. Just fine.
How many miles away is Meriton?
It's 2 days walking for a human.
2 days walking? I thought it was only 1 day.
From this point, it's 1 day walking.
What's the travel? I gotta remember what the travel rates are, because we're technically at a walking speed, right?
Yeah.
So that's maybe about 5 hours, 5 miles an hour.
Here.
Isn't it technically like still 30 feet? 30 feet every 6 seconds.
I wouldn't use that as a...
I think it still uses that. The thing is, in combat, we move faster. So it's still 30 feet.
Huh.
I'm trying to remember.
The war horse in itself is class half, so you're easily able to change it to a horse.
What is the movement? Where's movement? Is that under the player handbook? Might be.
Characters.
Traveling, adventuring, time, movement. Which distance to defeat the character monster can walk in 1 round. Travel pace. There's the travel pace. For an hour, a mounted character can gallop, covering twice the usual distance for a fast pace. And a fast pace is... And you can make a Constitution check to go longer. You go... How many miles away is it?
He wouldn't be able to go faster because he only has 1 hour, or longer because he only has 1 hour in horse form.
Well, theoretically,
So
he'd do it in horse form again instantly, which would basically be...
That's possible, but you still.
But
can't
here's
go
the thing:
on
if
for
you can
longer,
go
you just...
twice faster, then he can travel 8 miles in an hour. How far is Meriton?
Yeah, he'd reach it in if he travels twice faster, he'd reach it in half a day. And that's half a travel day, so that's around 6 hours.
6 hours. This place is.
Do horses go that slow in this?
24 miles.
Apparently, it does.
Because a horse can go like 25 miles an hour.
It's assuming being ridden. Because it does say a mounted character.
Yeah.
So I would suggest maybe going faster than that. Even Wrath, what do you think? Because he'd just be a normal horse.
You could probably go ×3 speed of normal walking.
Okay, so at a fast
normal
pace.
Walking. So yeah, fast pace is even faster than normal walking.
Yeah, it's ×3.
So he can move
for running.
He could go 12 miles in an hour. How far is Meriton from here?
From this point, it's normal walking speed for around 12 hours.
Okay.
So how fast is normal walking speed? Maybe.
And that's your normal
4 miles an hour.
4 times
and eating. Et
it will be
cetera.
4 times faster than normal pace. So half a
then
day.
they would get there in a quarter of the time.
So how many hours?
3 hours.
3 hours.
Would be 3 hours then. And without actually pausing, you might actually get it in 2 hours, 2.5 to 3 hours.
Is it still? It's still the morning right now, right?
No.
You know what?
Yeah, it's morning.
You know what would be better? Now. Instead of warning Meriton, how far is... Because the Meriton is 2 days out, this village is 1 day out, right?
No, Meriton is 1 day out from where we are right now.
From this point, both of them are 1 day out. You're at the crossroads.
Oh, both are 1 day out.
So what we can do is send Ty in front of us, and then also walk towards Meriton. By the time he gets there,
we won't walk to Meriton. That would be counter to our... We would walk to the next village. I'm thinking we send Ty ahead to the next village as a horse. Full gallop. He'll get there in a quarter of a day.
He can... how many times can you change into an animal right now, Toby?
2. Is it prolong or short rest?
I don't know. It didn't. It talks about being able to do a second one, but it doesn't say.
I know it does.
It says 2.
I'm sure you can.
Magically, your game spent used to finish a short or long rest. So you could literally do it twice, take a short rest, do it twice again.
Yeah, but a short rest is an hour.
Right, but it's still way faster than any of us.
He probably needs 1 more time to get to the village.
Right, but he'd still get there really fast.
Yeah.
So the question is, do we want to send him ahead to Meriton or to the village?
The question is, does he want to go?
Yeah,
that's the first.
I agree. I'm gonna go over and ask him if he'd be up to basically, because we've seen him wild shape. If he can change into a horse, if he's up to go at full speed to either the village or Meriton. Preferably the village to get them to start moving more quickly, and then get them over here as quickly as possible, and then possibly after that going straight to Meriton. I asked.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
You said you were on your way, but okay. Yeah. Well, I make it clear that. That was what I suggested before. We just head right to that village, so I'm more than happy to change into horse form and get there as fast as I let them know.
Okay. So we'll do that. Get the warning out. If there's combat, do what you can, but maybe make a distraction. But don't expect to do too much. It's probably better for you to come get us.
Yeah, no, they warned, and I'll make my way back to you guys.
Okay. Split the party! Alright. So he does that. Are you going to make him roll Constitution to see how... if he can go back-to-back for 2 hours? Or how, does it even take him that long to get there?
He would change back into a horse after an hour, and you can... I think that wouldn't be a problem for a horse to go running for like 2 hours.
Okay.
I'm just looking up how many times you can change.
Twice. Twice per short or long rest.
Period?
Starting at the second level, you can use your action to magically
use this
assume...
twice.
You can use this feature twice. You regain expended use when you finish a short or long rest.
Yeah, druid level means how long you can do it. It's rounded down, so it's still 1 hour now.
But yeah, it's half what your level is rounded down, so it's 1 hour.
At a minimum of 1, I think.
Druid, you can change for hours.
But yeah, you get it at 2, so...
Another use of this feature. You can revert to
okay.
your normal feature.
You should be able to get to the small village or Meriton.
And boy, you're giving me static badly.
Oh, sorry.
Within 4 hours you'll be there. So it will take you... you can change into the horse for 2 hours total. And that still leaves like 1 hour of travel as a horse. Which would be times 3, so 3 hours as a human. You can also spend 1 hour to rest in the middle of nowhere or in the middle of the forest, in this case.
It says that
and then change back into a horse and run even further.
It says that under a short rest, you don't do what can you do during a short rest? Let me double check, because he could theoretically move at a very leisurely pace.
That wouldn't really give him that much of an edge in movement, though.
Yeah, but it's something.
Not enough to actually be important in.
Where's resting?
This hurrying.
Movement between it. Oh, resting. There we go. So short rest. No, you have to take a short. Yeah, you can't actually walk.
Yeah.
So
it would take you 4 hours. More like 3.5 hours to get there.
Okay. After getting there, well, I guess the town would be, I assume, town did?
It probably would be ready in 2 hours. Depending on where you go, of course. If you go to Meriton, then they can start the defenses. If you go to the other smaller town, it'll probably be ready to go in 2 hours.
Okay, well,
I would suggest
while
going.
they get ready.
If he's still here, I'm going to suggest that he go to the other village, because even if he goes down to Meriton, they're still over a day away from getting any help up here. Whereas we can start the evacuation early.
I made it clear I was going to go to the town.
Okay.
Not to Meriton, but to the village or whatever.
Okay, absolutely agreed. And the rest of us will stay at the camp with these current ones.
So people at the camp stay at the camp.
Unless someone else, I mean, like, technically, I think he can carry someone if someone wants to go with him, but I wouldn't advise it.
It would slow him down, though.
Yeah, slow him down, and yeah, I think speed is of the essence here. So I think the rest of us are going to stay. It's kind of, I don't have a good feeling about this.
So that's the plan?
Yep.
Yeah, once they're on the road, then I'll do the horse
Well,
trick
we're resting.
to make my way back to meet up.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You're talking about the other village. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I say village, but I mean the small little town or whatever.
The one that we helped.
Place.
We did help them, so they should listen to you.
That's right.
They see a horse running into their town or village. That horse changes into a man they know. The man tells them to GTFO, changes back into a horse, and runs back.
No. I said I'll rest while they're getting the 2 hours ready, and then once they're on their way, then I'll I'll change into a horse and run back.
You can't, because the 2-hour rest, you already used the short rest to be able to actually make it there in 3 hours, or in 3.5 hours. So you need
I don't have to
rest then. So you
I don't have
basically
to
stay with them for the entire run.
Actually, there is no limit to how many short rests you can take.
Yes, there is. After every.
Oh
short
no!
rest,
Yeah,
you
never
can
mind.
take
Yeah,
a
you're
long
right.
Rest. Period.
Okay. That sucks. So you can't rest.
You can, however, rest with them for 8 hours or so. Or actual, yes, 8 hours rest.
Might be better.
Change into a horse then and move to the other group in like half an hour.
If he changes into a, he still has one change into a horse though, right?
He would have one changed into a horse, but that would give him, that would get him like 1/3 to halfway, and then he's alone in the middle of the woods again.
Yeah, not a good idea.
And then he has to rest 8 hours. You
know? Okay. So
even if he does rest 8 hours now and then turn into a horse and come back, it won't be that dark, if even dark at all.
Yeah, the thing is, he doesn't.
It's up to you.
He doesn't have to rest right now. He can
is it long,
change twice now.
Long rest is 8 hours.
Is 8 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you don't have to actually sleep for that long. It just has to be like
you have to be asleep for 6 and do nothing for the 2, apart from perhaps looking around, cooking or whatever. But
okay.
Actually, it says rest, not sleep.
Yeah.
It says at least 8 hours long, during which a character sleeps or performs light activity.
Sleeps or performs light activity. Huh.
The 8 hours overall is... Oh, no, wait. No, it is sleep. It's worded really strangely. 8 hours long, during which a character sleeps or performs light activity for no more than 2 hours. So, it is sleep.
Yeah, basically sleep for 6, do something not that interesting to do.
Like memorizing your spells and stuff.
Yeah, that would be something you do within the time. So, you change into a horse and run?
Or are you staying with them?
No, I'll stay until they get going, and then I assume they have kind of the same setup with the donkeys and trailers.
No, I mean you're still going to the city.
Can you go straight to the city, or is he just going to come to the
You're still going to the village.
I went to the village.
Okay, you are going to the village. At that point we are right now. I wanted to make sure that...
Yeah, he's at the village.
That was clear. Alright, you run.
Yes.
As a horse for 2 hours. After the first hour, you feel yourself changing back into a human, and you immediately change back into a horse and just continue your run. Then, at the end of the second hour, you will have to rest. You're in the middle of the forest.
I thought he was going to stay with them.
And I'm a druid.
You are tired, but you are a druid. Yes. What are you going to do during that 1 hour rest? You can walk very, very casually towards this town, but it won't really help you that much in
Is he going to the... Yeah.
No, I'll actually take a real rest to the side of the path, somewhere where that I'm kind of out of sight and hopefully protected somewhat.
On the opposite side from the mountains.
Yes,
roll
roll
1d20 for me.
Oh no.
It's a flat d20. A flat
D20?
d20
Okay.
pure chance.